Beijing, 2010. A dusty courtyard inside a gray government building. Officials in uniform stand in a tight circle. No one moves. No one speaks. Eyes fixed on the ground. In the middle, one man kneels. Black hood over his head. Hands tied behind his back. He knows what's coming. An officer steps forward. Pistol raised. One sharp crack echoes off the walls. The body drops forward like a broken doll. Blood spreads on the concrete. The officials don't flinch. They don't look away. This is not just an execution. This is a warning. Anyone who works with the Americans ends like this. In front of their colleagues. In front of their bosses. In front of everyone. Between 2010 and 2012, at least 18 CIA sources inside China are killed or vanish forever. Some say 20. Others whisper more than 30. No bodies come home. No public trials. No announcements. Just silence. And then another name disappears. For the CIA, this is a nightmare that keeps repeating. A spy network built over years, secret money drops, midnight meetings, coded messages, gets torn apart in under 2 years. It's one of the worst intelligence disasters America has suffered since the Cold War. Worse than Aldrich Ames. Worse than Robert Hansen. Because this time it's not just one traitor selling secrets. It's an entire system collapsing. And no one knows exactly how or why. Go back a few years. Early 2000s. China is no longer just the world's factory. It's becoming a superpower. Cities grow overnight. Skyscrapers everywhere. The military modernizes at crazy speed. New missiles. Nuclear submarines. Cyber weapons. Washington watches and understands. This is no longer a regional player. This is the next big rival. The CIA gets the order. Get inside. At any cost. Recruit anyone with access. Party officials. Army officers. Scientists. State company managers. Anyone who can crack open the wall around Beijing. It's not easy. China is a surveillance maze. Cameras on every corner. Phones monitored. Internet censored. Neighbors watching. Families under pressure. One mistake and you disappear. Or worse. But the CIA pulls it off. Slowly, quietly, with hunters' patience. By the late 2000s, they have a strong network. Sources sending documents. Details on military plans. Politburo decisions. Secret projects. It's a huge edge. An eye inside the room where the future is decided. Then, in 2010, something shifts. First, a small contact goes dark. A mid-level official doesn't show up to the meet. No signal. Radio silence. A few months later, another, an army colonel, taken from his home at 3 a.m. His wife never sees him again. One by one they fall. Arrested. Executed. Vanished. And every time the CIA realizes too late, the hunters have become the hunted. But who is pulling the strings? How does Beijing know exactly who to grab next? The answers are coming, and they are worse than anyone imagined. The disappearances keep coming. Faster now. A scientist who worked on missile guidance systems gone. A mid-level party official who knew budget numbers for military tech gone. A logistics officer near the South China Sea taken in broad daylight. Each time the same pattern. No warning, no chance to run, no message left behind. Just an empty chair at the next dead drop. A burner phone that never rings again. Inside Langley, alarm bells are screaming. Analysts stare at maps covered in red pins. Every pin is a lost source. The pins multiply like a virus. They run the numbers again and again. 18 confirmed dead or imprisoned. Maybe 20, maybe more. The real number is buried in classified files that no one wants to open. This isn't random bad luck. This is surgical. Beijing knows exactly who to hit. They know the order. They know the aliases. They know the meeting spots. It's as if someone handed them the CIA's entire playbook. 2 big questions burn through headquarters. How are they getting the names? And how fast? The first theory hits hard. A mole. Someone inside the CIA is selling the list. Someone who sat in the same rooms, read the same cables, knew the same faces. The paranoia spreads like wildfire. Every desk gets watched. Every phone call gets logged twice. Every trip abroad gets questioned. The second theory is colder. Technical failure. The secret communication system the CIA built for agents in hostile places. It came from the Middle East wars, Iraq, Afghanistan, places where the enemy was good, but not perfect. The system was simple, a network of fake websites. Looked like normal pages. A Persian soccer fan site, a photography blog, a fan page for a TV host. The agent logs in, types a password into what looks like a search bar. Behind the curtain, it opens a hidden channel. Messages go straight to Langley. Secure, invisible, low-tech. That was the point. No fancy apps, no encrypted phones that could be traced. Just websites anyone could visit without suspicion. But there was a flaw. A stupid elementary flaw. Anyone who right-clicked and viewed the page source could see the word password sitting there in plain code. One curious Iranian intelligence officer found it years earlier. They searched Google for unique strings in the code, found dozens more clone sites, tracked the servers, watched who visited, and cracked the whole thing open. Word spread. Fast. Intelligence agencies talk. Even enemies share tricks sometimes. Beijing gets the playbook. They start monitoring the same servers. They start watching the traffic. Every login becomes a name. Every name becomes a target. The chain reaction is brutal. One arrest leads to another. One execution leads to confessions. The network bleeds out. But is that the full story? Or just part of it? Because even with a broken system, taking down this many sources so quickly feels too clean, too precise, too personal. The mole theory refuses to die. Investigators start digging through old files, looking for the one person who had access to everything. The one who could hand over the entire roster without leaving fingerprints. They find a name that makes stomachs turn. Chun Shing Lee, former CIA case officer, born in Hong Kong, raised in Hawaii, fluent Mandarin. Spent years running sources exactly like the ones now disappearing. He left the agency in 2007. Disgruntled, frustrated, took a job offer back in Hong Kong, right under Beijing's nose. A man who knew too much, now living in the city where the game is played hardest. Was he the leak? Or just a coincidence? The answers are coming. But first, the CIA has to set a trap, one that could break the case wide open, or burn everything down for good.